Hi, this is Chelsea Darnell Jong, and the purpose of this video is to cover the process of installing ENERCALC Build 20 for those who are installing ENERCALC onto a computer for the first time. To install ENERCALC, we will navigate to the ENERCALC website, enercalc.com, and click on the For Our Users tab, which will take us to this Users page. Here at the top of the page, we'll find download links and install instructions for ENERCALC Build 20, the current build of ENERCALC, ENERCALC for Revit, the Revit plugin, which is available as an additional subscription, and ENERCALC Build 12, which is an outdated version of the ENERCALC Structural Engineering library. Today we'll be going through how to download Build 20 on a new computer, so we can scroll back up to the top and we'll see two links here, the full installer and the updater for updating existing ENERCALC installations. For this new installation, we'll select the full installer and then we will allow that to download. Once the installer is downloaded, I'm going to click on this download. Once that download opens, I'm going to see a window asking if I want to allow this app to make changes to my device. That's something that's not going to show up in the screen recording, but I'm going to select yes. And now we can see that we've started the actual installation program. So this window here confirms the build that we're going to install. I'm going to click next. Now this screen is the software license agreement. I can read this now. And I can also access this later in the main menu of ENERCALC. In order to proceed with our installation, I'm going to click I accept here, and then I'll click next. And now we're going to go through a series of default locations. The first one is indicating where we would like to install the program. We recommend just keeping this default location that we see here. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. Now this next one is the default location for all the project files that you create. So the recommended location for this folder is c/users/username/documents/ENERCALC data files. If your system is suggesting a default location like Dropbox, OneDrive, Google Drive, SharePoint, or something like that, we do recommend changing this. So you can see on my window that my system has recommended a OneDrive location. I do not want to select that, so I'm going to go ahead and change this. I'm going to select this PC. I'll select my C drive. I'm going to go to Users, I'll go to My Username, and then Documents, ENERCALC Data Files. And if this ENERCALC Data Files folder does not exist, I can use this button here in the bottom left to make a new folder. So again, the recommended location for this data files folder is going to be c/users/your username/documents/ENERCALC data files, just like we see on the screen here. The reason that we want to change this is that we do recommend avoiding folders that are replicated by systems like Dropbox or OneDrive, because file handling is going to be much more reliable if you're working from a local folder, like a folder in your C drive. So once I've confirmed this folder looks good, I'm going to select next. And then this is going to be the default location for the installation of the databases that come with the program. We recommend just keeping this default location. And then finally, this is the default name for the program folder. We can leave this as is and select next. And then this last screen is just an indication of the disk space that is required to install the program. So I'm going to select next, and then we'll just let that installation run. And once the setup has been installed, we can select finish. Now if I go to my desktop, I should be able to find an ENERCALC shortcut. The ENERCALC Build 20 shortcut is going to be called ENERCALC App, like we see here, and I can double click on this to access ENERCALC, or if I'm a menu user, I can always click on my Start menu, and I can search for ENERCALC, and then I can select ENERCALC App from here. Now on first launch, we will be prompted to enter our product control code, so let's go ahead and launch ENERCALC so we can make sure that our installation is complete. I'm going to click on the ENERCALC app here, and now I'm prompted to enter my product control code. So the product control code, also called a PCC, is the random string of characters that was sent to you in your delivery email. If you need to request a new product control code, you can do this by easily clicking this button, which will open up this page on enercalc.com. From here, you can input your KW number into this box, and then select Send My PCC Code. Please note that the PCC email will be sent to the email address that we have on file for the account. Once you have this PCC, we can come back to this window here, and we can use this convenient button here to paste PCC from clipboard. Once you have your PCC entered, you can click this button to validate your product control code, and then you'll see your license information here in the bottom left. If everything looks all right to you there, then you can go ahead and activate. and our installation is complete. To access the ENERCALC app, you'll select one of these activation types, so either indefinite or automatic. If you'd like some information about these activation types, please check out our activation videos linked in the description below. And if you have any additional questions, please email us at support@enercalc.com and we'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching and have a great day.